Tennessee Republican Congressman, House Foreign Affairs Committee member Mark Green joins me now. So Congressman Jack Keane, four-star General Jack Keane, says that nothing has shocked the Iranian leaders more than the killing of Soleimani. That really hit them hard, which in my eyes is a good thing. You want your enemies to be afraid of you, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely, David. I thought that was one of the, highlights of the Trump administration, was taking out a guy who killed 700 plus American service members while they were serving in Iraq with the improved explosive devices that he'd helped develop. This guy was a terrorist. He was a general. He was in uniform. It was completely in keeping with the Geneva Convention. Any suggestion otherwise is just hyperbole from or what we would expect from the Iranians.
Now, as you know well, this administration is looking to reignite their treaty, or their it wasn't a treaty, but their deal with the Iranians on the development of nuclear weapons. Do you fear that they might be willing to cut some sort of a deal with the Iranians that would put us in a weaker position than we were at the end of the Trump administration?
Oh, absolutely. It was Barack Obama who gave billions of dollars to the Iranian terrorists, as a part of his initial JCPOA. Biden, of course, was fully supportive of that, fought for it. And what happened? Billions of dollars funded the Iranian militias that disrupted the country, basically destroyed Syria. Now this guy, Biden, is doubling down on this same sort of negotiation strategy, and you don't cut deals with the devil. These guys hate Americans. It's in their constitution to export Islamic jihadism to the world and basically take over the world. It's in the Iranian constitution. It's who they are. You can't cut a deal with these people, but that's what Biden wants to do.
And now, not only do they plan to get more money from losing some of the sanctions that we had on Iran and their ability to sell oil, but oil prices themselves have pretty much doubled from where they were under the Trump administration, largely, many people say, because of the policies of the Biden administration to discourage production here in the United States. So we had them on their heels, essentially, when Trump left office. Are they standing firmly on the ground now, and is there anything that will shake their determination to continue to do the bad things they were up to at the beginning of the Trump administration?
Well, it sounds like from the most recent negotiations that happened in Vienna in December, the Iranians don't trust us either. They don't trust the Biden administration. They know he's only a one-term president. So even if sanctions are lifted, businesses aren't going to go flocking back to doing deals with Iran because they know Biden's only going to be there for 3 more years at most. So I think the Iranians and the business community aren't really worried about sanctions. They're not thinking about that right now.
Congressman, you mentioned Syria. I remember an event that affected Russia in Syria when the Trump administration essentially killed, I think it was a couple of hundred Russian mercenaries who were operating in Syria. The fear that we sent into the heart of the Iranians with the killing of Soleimani was duplicated in what we told Putin, or showed Putin what we were willing to do in order to protect our assets in Syria. So do they now feel like they have a free rein now that the Trump administration is no longer with us?
Yeah, I think the Iranians, really the Afghan withdrawal that was such a debacle, has empowered, it has motivated, it has made tyrants and despots all over the world think now's our chance. And whether that's Vladimir Putin lining up 100,000 troops on the Ukrainian border, or whether that's Xi Jinping sending more aircraft into Taiwanese airspace, or it's the Iranians launching drones against American troops. It's happened because we have one of the weakest presidents in American history sitting in the Oval Office. It's a tragedy, and now it has to be confronted. What honestly, we need a better president and a better Secretary of State.
Congressman, we thank you for being here. Happy New Year to you. Congressman Green, good to see you. Appreciate it.